Namaskar. I am Suruchi Das and you're watching Ritam News. India, the world's largest democracy, is always in election mode. With 28 states, 8 union territories and nearly a billion eligible voters, polls are a constant feature of the nation's political landscape. For years, the BJP-led government has championed the idea of one nation, one election, a proposal to hold state and federal elections simultaneously every 5 years. And on Tuesday, this ambitious bill, introduced as the Constitution 129th Amendment Bill, has stirred a nationwide conversation. Aimed at synchronizing elections for the Lok Sabha, state assemblies and local bodies, it promises to streamline the electoral process while also raising concerns among opposition parties and regional leaders. So what does this mean for Indian democracy, and why has it become such a contentious topic? Let's break it down. At its core, the One Nation, One Election proposal seeks to hold simultaneous elections for the Lok Sabha and all state assemblies, aligning their terms and eliminating the current practice of staggered elections. Introduced by Law Minister Arjun Ram Meghwal, the bill proposes amendments to Article 82, 83, 172 and 327 of the Indian Constitution to make this alignment legally feasible. According to the bill proposed, the simultaneous polls as of now are only for Parliament and state assemblies and not municipal corporations, and these changes can in ordinary circumstances take shape earliest in the 2034 election cycle. The concept is not new, as India held simultaneous elections during its early years, from independence until 1967. However, political instability and frequent dissolutions of assemblies disrupted this pattern, leading to the staggered election cycles we see today. But now, the BJP has argued that a return to simultaneous polls could reduce election-related disruptions, save public funds, and foster long-term governance stability. Whereas opposition parties have pushed back against this bill, calling it a threat to federalism and regional representation. They argue that synchronized elections could diminish the voice of regional parties, allowing national issues to overshadow state-specific concerns. During the parliamentary debate, the BJP pointed out that simultaneous elections were a norm during Congress's tenure until 1967 and challenged the Congress to clarify whether holding simultaneous elections during their rule was an attack on federalism, turning the spotlight on the apparent contradiction in their stance. Moreover, just like every other bill, this bill in its own nature also has some benefits and drawbacks. On one hand, the 2019 Lok Sabha elections cost over 60,000 crore rupees. Synchronized elections could reduce this burden and redirect resources to development and welfare initiatives. Consistent governance. Frequent elections disrupt governance due to the Model Code of Conduct, delaying important policy decisions. Simultaneous polls ensure uninterrupted governance. Economic growth. Former President Ramnath Kovind stated that the bill could boost India's GDP by 1 to 1.5% annually by reducing disruptions and enhancing investor confidence. While, on the other hand, it can also result to undermining regional voices. Like opposition claims, simultaneous elections may sideline regional issues, giving national parties an advantage and reducing the relevance of local concerns. Constitutional and logistical challenges. Aligning Lok Sabha and state assembly terms requires constitutional amendments, early dissolution, or term extension, posing legal and ethical dilemmas. Meanwhile, passing of the bill will be far from a cakewalk for the centre. To amend the constitution, the BJP-led government needs a two-thirds majority in both houses of parliament and the approval of at least half of the state legislatures. That is why Home Minister Amit Shah stated that PM Modi himself had said that it should be sent to the JPC. While the BJP has a majority in the Lok Sabha, the Rajya Sabha presents a tougher challenge due to opposition resistance and the need for consensus, making the bill's passage uncertain. Out of 62 political parties consulted, 47 responded. Of these, 32 supported the proposal while 15 opposed it. This highlights the difficulty of building a nationwide consensus. Moreover, a question has been raised by the opposition: what will happen if the government falls in between due to any reason? The answer to this is that if the Lok Sabha or the Legislative Assembly of any state is dissolved before time, elections will be held only after the remaining term. If the bills are passed, then elections will be held simultaneously across the country from 2034. This whole overall scenario concludes that one nation, one election offers transformative benefits, including cost efficiency, uninterrupted governance, and economic growth. However, the concerns of federal harmony and regional representation need careful consideration. The proposal requires constructive dialogue and consensus building to balance national and regional interests. Whether it succeeds or remains a topic of debate, it has brought focus to the future of India's democratic system. This is a debate that goes beyond politics. It's about shaping the very structure of our democracy. What's your take on one nation, one election? Share your thoughts in the comments. Jai Hind.